Welcome back to another training video. At the beginning of this, you'll see I do have the blocks out, so I did do block work today. And by the title of the video, you'll see why I need to do overhead squats at the end, because I did try some extremely maximal weights and got pretty close to doing them, but basically I've reached my limit of what my upper body can hold. So I need to man up and actually do the upper body work to get those positions to be stronger. And you'll see why I think that towards the end. But doing the basic warm-up, how I have been doing, working the hands in, lowering, or doing like a good morning into a squat. I think Alexi Trujillo likes to do these, but I really like to do them. For whatever reason, it's a really kind of like natural motion to do, and it never bothers. Like if my knees or something are sore, I can always get into a squat like that, and then just go through the motions essentially of stretching. Do an overhead squat here. At the beginning, you saw me kind of stretch my shoulders back. I have really not been having too much pain, which has been nice. My wrists have been feeling better. My shoulder hasn't really hurt for a little while either. Mostly just kind of dealing with my right knee, which hasn't really even been that bad. So everything's kind of mellowed out. And yeah, you can see there, move the hands in a little bit, move them in a little bit more. Mentally prepare myself. And I don't know if I've officially decided this or not, but I'm not going to be trying to gain weight, so that usually means I lose weight, because I have to work really hard to maintain my weight. Otherwise, if I eat like normal amounts of food, I lose weight pretty easily. So right now I'm about 235 this morning, a little bit like 235, 236. So like 107 kilos, 107 and a half. And I'll probably go down closer to 102. I don't know how close I'll end up actually getting to it. I'm not really particularly concerned about getting down to a certain weight. I just want to not eat as much. So we'll see how that works and how it affects training. But essentially we'll just be eating the same amounts of things, or the same things, in just less amounts. It's pretty, like I said, it's pretty easy for me to lose weight. I think just because I generally have a pretty decent amount of muscle mass, so making those adjustments, especially when I'm kind of towards my upper limits before I start getting really fat, it's easier for me to get back down, because that, and I also have to eat a ton of food to get to this point. And usually what I have found close, like between 38 and 4,000 calories to really push myself from this weight closer to 240, and mostly just maintain, because it's hard to do that every day. But this is basically all I did today, was just max out on the blocks. So you'll see I just keep working up, and I felt pretty good. My low back is still sore from last week, but I physically felt pretty prepared. I randomly had some issues with 93 kilos, 205. And you'll see here after this rep, I have no idea, but I missed it twice, and then I came back and made it fine. And I was just like super early for some reason. It was like I wasn't focused. And you'll see like here, it's not like a bad rep. It's just not back far enough. And so I did it again immediately, because it's not a very heavy weight for me. And same kind of thing. It just kind of drifted forward. So it was weird. I was almost confused at it, but came back pretty quick after. And you can see there, that's how it should have looked the first time. So kind of weird, but went up to 110 kilos, did a little hold there at the bottom, then took a big jump up to 125, caught it pretty well, and you can see my upper body is all wiggly. Then decided to take a giant jump up to 300. I got really close to this, and it just wiggled forward, and you can see my upper body's just weak. Then I took a bunch of cracks at 140, which is this is the second time that, sorry, Charles is in the background jumping off the bed. This is the second time I've ever tried 140, and the same thing happened the last time, where I missed it 4 times, I think 3 or 4 times from the blocks. And you can see my left arm just actually didn't hurt. I didn't have any wrist pain or any shoulder pain, but you can see it's just too weak to hold that extension. And then I did like a couple presses here, but I was so exhausted from those attempts. And I really just had to build the base. And by building the base, I have to develop the upper body stability in that snatch position. So things like how the title suggests, overhead squats and snatch balances, snatch push presses, just anything to make that upper body stable, because I have the speed the technique and generally the strength. It's really just that specific area. Like, I think I have the ability to snatch that 140 off the blocks and potentially even off the floor. Like, I don't think the problem is my actual like technique or anything. It's just literally a strength thing. So I just have to get that upper body stronger and just continue to develop that, because I think I have 140 and potentially more left on the snatch if I can just get my upper body stronger. So it definitely is a deficit. My best overhead squat is 280, which I did after a snatch. So I definitely have a lot of room to grow and be able just to do like just an overhead squat out of the rack or something, or a snatch balance. So I just have to, like I said, man up and do it. And that's kind of going to be my goal. I'll still obviously do like all my normal training, but a lot of my accessory work will be focused on that. So I may not push the squats as much, because as you can see, like my squats, my leg strength isn't really too much of an issue, but I may still do some, because upper body stuff you can usually recover from pretty quickly. But I need to do snatch balances, overhead squats, all that good stuff. So that's gonna be the focus for today's workout, or well, the workout I'm going to do literally today after editing this video, and then for the time being, and hopefully get to 140 sooner rather than later. It's kind of my goal for this calendar year, is to be able to do 140 off the ground. So I got to be able to do off the blocks probably at first, and then to get that 170 clean and jerk. And I think I'm really close to those numbers. I mean, I took 4 cracks at it, and I had enough energy to try that 300 pound snatch and all that good stuff. So I definitely am getting closer than further. I just have to get stronger, and that's kind of what happens once you develop enough technique in the movements. A lot of the things to improve is just getting stronger. That's why when you see guys that are already very elite at weightlifting suddenly like improve a lot, it's not really anything they're doing technique wise. They're just getting a lot stronger. And the ways that they get stronger very quickly, very rapidly, to improve very quickly, are often not very accessible to the average person. They usually involve a lot of illicit substances, which that's why they work so well. Once you have a technical base and you just take steroids, you already have that technical base, so you just get stronger in every position that you need. So you just blow up. Like, if I just went on a bunch of steroids right now, and my upper body got like super jacked, like you could see where the limiting factor is, and you could see like I would just probably snatch like 150 pretty quickly. But it's just going to take a lot more work, because I'm not going to use those kind of substances. It's not really worth it to me. And obviously it's cheating if you do competitions. But enough of a ramble at the end of this. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace.